All right, what's going on, Tycoon? Super excited for today's video. We're going to be looking at Jumia, okay, ticker symbol JMIA. This one has been doing amazing in the past couple days, but has really been bleeding hard for the past year, okay? So we have highs of 69.89, almost 70, and it's currently at 1465, hitting lows of 994 recently, okay, just about 3 days ago. So down huge. And I know in my last video, a lot of people were saying that they were bag holding and stuck on it, stuck holding. And I covered the drop on earnings, and I said it could drop more, and I gave you guys the support levels for us to bounce at, okay? So we bounced at that support level at 1078. All right, we held support there once, twice, and then 2 times we dipped a little bit below it, but we have recovered. And I'll show you guys from the 994 up to where it's currently at. Jumia is up over 50%. Okay, so big moves here recently for Jumia when it comes to the current price action, but in relation to the overall trend, still going down very hard. All right. So I'm hoping that this is going to be the recovery of Jumia. I still think that 14, maybe even 18 and lower is good for a long-term position hold. Okay. So, if you can snag some shares in between these areas. When I say long-term position, I'm speaking of holding for like at least a year or more. Okay. So basically what I mean by that is you should be able to buy some shares at $18, $14, 10, 11 bucks. And within a year or longer, you should be able to see a return on those investments, a positive return. Okay. Jumia might be up at 20, maybe 25 in a year from now. Or we could recover, and it could go back all the way up to 70. I really doubt we'll see Jumia back in the 60s and 70s anytime soon. And by that I mean like within the next year, maybe two. So if you're holding all the way up here, you really need to have some strong conviction. If you did not have a stop loss or a protection strategy enabled, I have a video on how to do a stop loss. All right. You can go ahead and click in the top right corner, and that video will be there. That's just a tutorial on a stop loss. Very effective. And I like to use them when I'm long-term investing. All right. I have a trailing stop loss video. You can check that out too. That's a little bit better for day trading or swing trading, it's especially effective when you're already in profit, because it trails. Your stop loss will trail you. And, the higher it goes, then the higher your stop loss goes as well. All right. So what I want you guys to be mindful of on Jumia is this daily gap down. Okay. There's a daily gap down to 1142 all the way up to 12.2. All right. So look for this to drop in between 1150 to 12 bucks in the future. Okay, I don't know when exactly that will happen. The market's been very green lately. The S&P, the SPY, which is the overall index for the S&P 500, has been doing very well. And Jumia, along with some other stocks, are also showing a lot of signs of life. So this could be the start of a reversal, but don't fight the trend. The trend is your friend, and the trend is down. Okay, just down. So if you're looking to invest in Jumia, I wouldn't throw all of the money that you look to invest into Jumia currently. Okay, it's got the daily gap down. We all know that daily gaps fill about 90 to 95% of the time. Okay, it's just a matter of when they fill. Now, will they fill soon in a couple days? Will they fill in a couple weeks or a couple months? Or sometimes they take years to fill. All right. But daily gaps are definitely something you want to have charted up. What I would do, and I'll tell you what I'm probably going to be doing, is we'll switch down to the 1 hour chart, and I am going to set an alert right above this gap right here at the 200 moving average on the 1 hour chart. It's going to go create alert. We're going to change it to at or below. All right. And we're going to put in here, look for gap fill. All right. And this is how I make a lot of money on stuff, with minimal work. Okay. So what we can do is, now I've got an alert when Jumia is below $13. okay, that we are approaching the gap to look for the gap fill. Okay. And what you can do is you could come in here and you can trade some options, go to trade, go to the option tab, and you can buy some puts. Okay. You can buy some puts on Jumia for the gap fill. Okay. So, when it's at 13, you can either buy the 13 puts and try to ride the momentum down to like 1145, 1150 is where the gap fills at the bottom. Or, when it's up here and you see it's showing signs of further bearishness. Okay. Let's say there's a candlestick pattern or there's a chart pattern showing you some bearishness. For instance, like we could, one would be a nice little head and shoulders. Right. So here would be our left shoulder, possible head right here. Right. Let's say we pull back down yesterday or tomorrow. And then, in a few days, we get the gap fill. All right, man, that was really ugly. All right. So basically we could do something like this. Okay. A gap fill like this. That would give us a head and shoulders pattern. All right. So just, be careful of like, that's what you want to do. Okay. I'm just trying to, make it easy for you guys. Set some alerts on these daily gap fills. When it's approaching the gap, trade some options on it into the gap. Okay. Whether it's a gap up and, it's going up, then you can buy some calls. All right. And if it's a gap down, buy some puts. Okay. Trading the gap is one of my favorite things to do. And using alerts really helps that out. It makes it critical. Okay. So now I cannot look at Jumia and not have to pay attention to Jumia again until my alert gets triggered. And once my alert gets triggered, then I know, okay, well, now it's time to go ahead and start looking at puts. Okay. Because Jumia has this gap fill and, we could see that gap fill happen here shortly. All right. Sorry. That's probably how you would draw the head and shoulders. Okay. So just be mindful of that. Okay. This isn't a pattern that's here yet, but we do have a left shoulder and a head. And, it's just good to be mindful to look out to see, okay, well, hey, well, what if we pull back down, we bounce again and then get rejected? Oh, well, that would give us a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, and we'll probably complete the leg down. Okay. So definitely watch out for Jumia. All right. It's currently really bullish. Anytime things are very bullish, they always breathe hard. Okay. So let's look at it again from here to where it's currently at, up 45%. Okay. If we drop from there to the gap fill to the bottom of the gap, that's a 20% drop, 22% drop. Okay. So run up 45%, drop 22%. That seems pretty reasonable and realistic to me. Okay. It's not like Jumia is going to run up all the way to, run up 50% and then fall back down immediately all the way back down to the 994. But when things run up, they pull back and we have a little bit of a gauge of where it could pull back to in case we pull back hard instead of a small pullback or a weak pullback, and we have a hard pullback. We know that most likely it'll try to pull back into the gap fill. All right. So yeah, so anywhere below $18, down to $2.03. I know it's a very wide range, but I'm speaking specifically on long-term investing. If you're bullish on Jumia, I think that those are the price levels you would want to pay attention at. Anything above that, I would consider for a little bit less than a long-term trade, maybe like a swing trade. If you're bullish on Jumia and, we're breaking above $14 right now, the 14.17 resistance level. So if you're bullish, you could try to ride the momentum up to the next resistance level at 1801 and sell there. All right. But I wouldn't go very heavy on any long-term positions currently. It's in a big downtrend. We are trying to recover, but we could just come up to 18 and get rejected and fall back down. All right. So keep mindful of that. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just your friend, and I'm here to chart this stuff up for you. So if you got some charts you want me to make on any stock, okay, any crypto, any token, anything like that, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to make it for you. If you guys want to trade with us in the Options Trading Tycoons Discord, where you gain access to all of the call outs from the members, from the admin members, as well as me. Okay, there's 3 other admin members. We post our daily thought process, our intraday thought process. There's analysis. Okay, there's tons and tons of valuable resources, as well as bots in the Discord that you guys can use. We have stock bots and things like that. You know, the amount of resources in there is godly, and it will really give you an edge over the market. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, and just subscribe if you want to join the Discord. Link is in the description below. Use code Zackley, like the channel name, Zackley Trades, and get yourself a discount on the membership.